Still think I'm taking it too hard on her? And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Queen Sugar. Yeah. I'm gonna try not to even go into that dark corner that is Darla in this review, because I ain't even got it to do. I ain't even got it to do. I ain't got to argue and back and forth with people about why I don't like her. I ain't got it for the, ooh, you're just being too hard on her. We didn't call her a crackhead. Oh, nobody said she was going to relapse. Somebody said it. I said it. Anyway, so we see Charley. Charley finally unfolded. My poor Charley. Charley has basically, it's just become so heavy that she is wallowing at this point. She is wallowing in her sorrow. And I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem with it. It made me very anxious that she is somewhere. And the first thing that came to my mind was, you're in the public. You're in the public. This is not being drunk in your house and falling out asleep is one thing. Being drunk in the public running for office is a disaster waiting to happen. So that's exactly where my mind went first. And the bartender basically kind of said, whoa, hold up. Who are you again? No, sis. You know, she just is in a spot. So that was the first thing we see. Nova has actually gone to see um her, what is her cousin Martha, and is it um Lavoisier? I don't know if I'm saying it right, but she's going to see her, and I was like so in for this. Like I was so intrigued with her. I got, I don't know, this was like, I got so caught up into this whole thing with her. It gave me a feeling of like when I watched Beloved. It gave me some of the feeling as when I was watching AHS Coven. It gave me, it's just that whole New Orleans, that that thing, you know what I mean? Where it's not like I'm not afraid of it. Like, you know, there's a magic there, and you know that it can be. Is, do you believe in it? Do you not believe in it? Um, do you believe in voodoo? Are you afraid of it? Um, do you believe in magic? Do you believe? You know, what do you believe? Are you spiritual? What, it was all of those things. And I was like, wow, like, though I love this show, you all know I like the whole supernatural thing. Um, but I never thought that I would actually get those kind of feelings from this show. But I did. I was just so intrigued with her and what she had to say. And when she was going back through lineage, and it was really interesting. But as she approached the house, as she told her, girl, you're a spitting image of your mother. And then when she talked, she was, I don't even know if this actress is actually an actress that has any roots in Louisiana and in the Bayou or anything like that, but she was so dead on with like her verbiage of like calling her sure and talking about your mama and all of this stuff. It was like so, it came across so authentic that I was just swept right into it, and I enjoyed my time there. Um, I was here for it. I was so here for it. You know, I was just so here for it. She told her like she was having deja vu, and she felt like she had been there before. She says, "Of course you feel like you've been there before. You were like 3 years old." And you were running all over this land, and your mother was chasing you all throughout there, all over there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? And she said, I don't remember. And I'm like, oh gosh, where were we going? You know what I mean? So that was really, really interesting. And then when she went, I'm just going to continue with this part because it was like broken up throughout the thing, but I'm kind of stuck in it now, so we're gonna talk. Um, she told her that all the females on their side of the family were all born like natural born healers. Every last one of them had the gift. Every last one of them. Some of them actually didn't heed the call, and some of them did. And when she said that her father had banished her away from the family for following the call, and how she basically she had to go, and she had traveled in Africa, and she had been all these different places, and she studied and all of this. Oh my God, I just was like swept into the whole her whole backstory. I'm like, child, yes, give me more, give me more, give me more. And then when she cleared up, girl, you were never in an accident. What are you talking about? You weren't an accident. Ralph Angel wasn't an accident. Your mother's dealings with your father and how she dealt with your father, none of that was an accident. And then she thought that her mother had, or she was sure that her mother had been cremated. So your mother wasn't cremated, girl. Your mother is buried right on the family farm land. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. So this is getting ready to be a whole mess. And when I said that piece right there is, I believe, what's going to be the thing that literally pulls the family back together. At least that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You all put it in the comments and tell me, do you believe that that whole thing about the mother literally being on that land is getting ready to be a whole issue and a whole new spark shot up for the fight to continue, baby, with these Landrys and these Boudreaux, honey. And this is going to be a whole different type of fight than what they think they have. Because, see, right now, they kind of think that they've won. But I think they get ready to have a whole problem with those border loans, honey. I think it's getting ready to be some real shit going down. And I'm so here for it. Okay, so anyway, that was all of that, and I loved all of that. All of that, I was like literally hanging on the side of the couch, like, child, come on, honey, give me more. So I love that. Um, Vi in Hollywood, she comes to Hollywood. She tells him, there's some stuff with the whole Jimmy Dean thing that I just can't shake. Seeing you beating him down and all this, I was like, Vi, don't do this. Vi, because I said, Vi, you gonna continue on with this mess until you gonna run Hollywood off from you all about some mess about some goddamn Jimmy Dean. Don't nobody care about Jimmy Dean sausage, and nothing else. Jimmy Dean, you understand? You need to snap out of it, girl, and come on here. But she was saying, when I seen you beat him, it scared me because the first time I ever witnessed violence from Jimmy Dean, it wasn't about him beating me. It was him beating someone else who was trying to talk to me. Girl, whatever. You need to snap out of it, Violet. Snap out of it and stop it. But at any rate, it went a different way because there came a point where Ralph Angel's kind of going through. He's going through naturally because Ralph Angel is at his core. Ralph Angel's soft. Okay, at his core, he not real good with damage control. He not real good with having to stand up underneath a whole lot of pressure. He's a baby. He's always been the baby, and he's spoiled. And he has always been in this family where these women have actually taken on the brunt of everything, and his daddy. Okay, but at the core of it, whenever something happens with Ralph Angel, there's Charley, there's Nova, and there's Aunt Vi. Period. And that's the way it's always been. So he at his core, he's kind of soft. That's how I view him. So now you got to stand up. Cause see, Charley got her own stuff, and Vi got her own stuff. Nova, y'all done cast her out, and your daddy dead. So you got to, yeah, even Mr. Prosper ain't there to grab you up. And with this whole little thing he was going through, and Hollywood didn't really know what to say to him. He didn't really know because there's like a whole there is a male bonding thing going on, and later on we seen Hollywood sit down with some of his guy friends, and they were like, bigging him up about beating Jimmy Dean down. Jimmy Dale, I keep calling him Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dale, that old bastard, whoever, whatever his name, old Jimmy with the ass whooping. So they were bigging him up about beating Jimmy Dale down. And he saw that like, they really ain't all that cool. And he came to Vi and he told her, he said, I realize like how you all put things together, how the women organize and y'all put things together and y'all get things done. And maybe the men need to start coming together and doing that instead of wasting time with the barbaric stuff we do. And maybe we won't leave our women with that fear because it was unintentional that he imposed fear on Vi. It was unintentional, but it happened. And I'm sure it's not just in that household. So I was like, very smart. Come on, Hollywood. So they talked about that. So I'm sure they're going to work on that. So that was good. That was cool. And he said, I was over there with Ralph Angel and I didn't even know how to help Ralph Angel. Mm-mm. So that was cool. Kiki and Micah. Baby, I'm watching them. Miss Kiki, her box is hot, baby, for Micah. Her box is hot down to the block, honey. And she ready for Micah to play with her tools, honey. Micah ended up going to, and I said, well, dig him. Because remember, you was Mr. Hot, right? He done went, but we found out Micah really ain't all that hot. Micah's really a square. Micah had actually went to Raw and talked to him. He's like, how do you know it's real? And, he's kind of nervous about taking Kiki's virginity and whether or not they're really going to work out and all of that. And Raw was telling him, listen, you just got to go with the flow. You just got to trust it, trust your instincts, and go ahead and go with the flow. You know what I mean? And be good to her and just go with the flow. And I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. But yeah, Miss Kiki, girl, you got to slow down, girl, because you're getting a little too hot. A little too hot, baby. It's a little too hot. Because all the time they was having their little scene, and all along, remember, Charley ain't around, so they in the house by themselves. And baby, I was just thinking in my head, it's too hot, too hot. That song was playing in my head. You gotta run for cover. I was like, oh God, Miss Kiki, stop, girl, slow down. Because Kiki's daddy gonna kill Mike. So you got to slow down. But anyway, so we got through all of that. Now, so I'm trying to move around all this stuff here. All right. Yeah, I think I done moved around as much as I really can. All right. I'm gonna save Darla for last. I'm telling y'all, I don't want to ruin my review with Darla. I'm saving Darla for last. Okay, so Micah at a point started looking for his mother because she's like gone. He's like, "Where the heck?" He searches her down using his cell phone because he had gone to Mr. Prosper and on Vi, and they were like, "What the hell?" So he finds her, but he sent Nova. Nova went out to the bar because she was down. She wasn't in St. Joe's. She was down into New Orleans, and she went down and she got her. And of course, she really didn't want to go with her. She was like, "Listen," she says, "I know you're mad. I know you're mad at me and all of that. But right now, you can be mad, but you need to be safe. You're running for office, and you need to be safe. And it's for me to protect you, even if you don't want me to. It just is what it is." She got her. She took her up out of there, took her home, put her in her nightclothes, put her in the bed. And this was the part, honey, I said, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." She said to her, she said, "I'm going to be in the guest room if you need me." And that was a pretty ass dress that Nova had on. It was very Nova's type of thing. It was like a maxi dress, but it was just pretty. And she just looked pretty to me. She looked very pretty. Very much in tune with who she is. Did you all notice that there was something different about Nova? Like she was real in tune. Like she got it. Like somebody turned the light switch on, and I would say that it was Miss Martha turned the light switch on, and she gets it. Like what she did wrong. I think she gets it. She gets it, and yeah, I think she got it. But anyway, she said to her, "I want to be in the guest room if you need me throughout tonight." And Charley said to her, "Why did you say all of those things? Why did you say all of those things?" And Nova told her, "I didn't mean to hurt you. I actually thought I was doing something to help us as a family. And I realize now it was really self-indulgent, and I get it. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the liquor or so much time has passed. For whatever reason, Charley received what Nova was saying, and she just broke. And Nova climbed in the bed with her sister, and it was one of the most beautiful scenes of all that we've seen with Queen Sugar. Was the two sisters there in the bed, and Nova actually comforting. She was comforting Charley, but at the same time repairing what was screwed up. And it was just this whole sister thing. And it was just beautiful. It really was. It really, really was. And I was like, okay, cool. All right, cool, 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 cool. I'm here for this. So we did all of that. And that was cool. And then there was the next day. She woke up the next day, and Charley's down there, and nobody's really around. And getting to later on, and Micah comes in, and he's like, "Hey, hey, hey, come with me." Um, Earlier in the morning, she actually awoke to a newspaper article that Nova had actually written, literally publicly apologizing about what she had done and how it scarred Charley's name, and how sorry she was about her sister, and what her feelings really are about her sister. And then she actually had it even in there that I don't care if nobody ever picks up another copy of that book, but what's important is my relationship with my sister. And I was like, okay, cool, 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 very, very cool, very cool. But anyway, Micah comes in, and Micah's like, "Come with me, just trust me, come with me." They go down to the mill, and at the mill they have snuck in there, and everybody has come together, And as a community, the way that she was trying to do before it all broke out, they reassembled as a community and says, you know what, we're gonna do what we used to do. And it is what it is. This ground and what it was built to be and all that, we're gonna start over. We're gonna rebuild, and it's gonna be what it was meant to be, and we're gonna do it as a family. So that was really cool, really really cool. And another thing that I skipped over, a little boy that vandalized had come in. His mother has sent a dish to Vi, and Vi's trying to keep this hard edge with him. It's not going to work, Vi. You can stop. You can stop because that is going to be the bridge. You can stop. He's going to be your first non dark skin brown child that you pull in because that little boy is longing for Vi's approval and her okay, and she trying not to give it, but we know Vi, don't we? And he's gonna melt her heartstrings if it's the last thing he does. And I'm here for it. I can't wait till the day that it happens, honey. The day that she embraces that child, I'm gonna fall over on the floor. And it's coming. It's coming. It is coming. It's coming. So I'm here for that. And I think that's going to be another thing that continues to bridge this gap between the Latinas and their Latin folk and the Black folk. Is I'm here for this. So okay, all right. So let me go talk about this whore. So we got Darla running around here. Darla then came. You see my face? See my no eyebrows that I got is starting to touch. She then came down there. She jealous of Disha and the relationship that Disha's building with Ralph Angel. You got all these little issues. Meanwhile, you got a whole boyfriend over there. You mad and you sit up there telling him about how he didn't tell you about him, Disha being around Blue, and that you knew that Joie was Blue's best friend, but you didn't know that Disha was Joie's mother. Don't nobody care what you talking about, Darla, bitch. Nobody care. And oh, I just can't with her. She come over there trying to guilt trip him, and he told her, he said, well, you're the one that said that you didn't want to share that type of information. I'm not doing anything, Darla, to hurt you or to make you feel no kind of way. Yeah, bitch, you've been protecting you the whole time. I'm so sick of you. Because, see, if he wasn't protecting you, he'd let me at you, Darla. Darla. Oh, I can't stand her. And she's doing all that. Then she goes with her toxic self and she goes down there, old Jimmy, ain't his name Jimmy, little nice, little cute little guy that she dating. She go pop up on him and he tells her, I read the book. And she start going to him. Oh yeah, well and I just didn't think that she would just start judging me. He wasn't judging you, stupid. You wouldn't even let him talk. She was up there doing that dumb stuff, and he told her, I'm not judging you about your past. I don't care about any of that. What I'm telling you is, I know what it looks like, and I see that you are on the verge of a relapse. When is the last time you spoke to your sponsor? And here she goes. Like I just told y'all before, she trying to do everything her way. I got it. I know you don't have it. You don't have it. You're cracking and you're breaking down, and we're looking at it every week. And I'm really sick of you. Oh, am I really sick of you? I'm so tired of you. So tired. So tired. You better be glad I don't have an ink pen, baby, because I write you right out of this story. But anyway, she goes through all that and she gonna do it her way. And he told her, listen, for my sobriety, I'm gonna have to step away from our relationship and I'm gonna give it some time. I'm going to contact you in a couple of days, basically, and check on you. But yeah, I got to step away. I said bravo. Bravo. Because she is toxic and she is a problem. She turned around, and then the last thing we see with Miss Darla, you all saw the thumbnail for this video, and I ain't even saying no more about it. I'm leaving it right here.